On Channel 2, we now have Gardener's World. It's now 8 p.m. and time to meet the Thamesmen.
Hello, that was day 2.
Day 2.
Anyway, it's French, isn't it? It's Canada's a little bit French, so duh.
Duh.
Welcome to Duh.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm George, and I'm in Los Angeles.
Je m'appelle Alex, je habite Colorado. D'accord, asseyez-vous, and welcome to the Thamesmen. We are on day 2 of Tragically Hip week, just off the back of an amazing track. So you're welcome to join us on this journey through the Tragically Hip catalogue as put together by one of our subscribers, Brian.
Yeah, and also with great assistance, I believe, from our colleague Chris, the curator, and we've been promising to do this week for a long time, and so we dive in. Just a quick recap, and we don't know anything. We got notes, and we do 5 days, and then the 6 days on Patreon. So like, subscribe, join in.
So if you just joined us, yesterday we did Locked in the Trunk of a Car. It was hip really early on, and as my friend said, this is the first time for us getting into hip. And I can tell you this much, they were magnetic. So if you haven't seen yesterday's, sit down, relax, watch this, then subscribe, because we've got the day 3 coming up. But then, straight after, go back and watch Locked in the Trunk of a Car.
Yeah, actually wasn't that earlier, because it was their 3rd album. I don't know how many albums they've done, but we'll find out. But that was on there from their 3rd album, so it's not bad effort for a 3rd album, So. Well,
today you're in for a smorgasbord, my friends. So you better be seated and get yourself a drink or whatever, because you're not just having one video. You're having duh.
Day 2 has duh videos. Fantastic. Excellent.
Well, I'll kick off on the first one, and my friend will read the notes on the second one. So this one is called 50 Mission Cap. Okay, so I don't know what that sounds like. It sounds like a gun or something. 50 Mission Cap is a song off their 3rd album, Fully Completely. This song is about Bill, I don't want to mess this up, Barrico, the National Hockey League player. You see, there's so much there that I'm going to mess up, isn't it? I'm English, right? Living in Colorado. The guy's got a weird name, and it's all about ice hockey. So, absolutely no chance.
I bet you're glad you chose these notes to read. Mine were really easy yesterday.
All right, this is about a guy called Bill, who is a national... Bill.
I bet he dies later.
Oh, no. You better not. Last time we did this, we were all chirpy, went into notes like a canary, a miner's canary, and then we were making fun of it, and in the notes then he died. So let's hope he doesn't do that again. This is a song about Bill, a National Hockey League player whose final goal won the Toronto Maple Leaf in the 1951 Stanley Cup. Bill then departed on a fishing trip. Oh, God. In a small, it's getting worse, single engine. Have 2 engines, Bill. Small single engine airplane with a friend. Bill. Always have 2 engines, Bill. 2 engines are good. I don't like this going. The plane disappeared. Oh, no. Leaving no trace of Bill or his friend. 11 years later, in 1962, the plane wreckage was discovered about 35 miles off course. Damn it. Barrico was finally buried in his hometown, Timmins. Now we're going downhill. The same year that the Maple Leafs won their next Stanley Cup.
Well, there you go.
There you go. This performance is from the... This performance is from the first Another Roadside Attraction tour in '93 at the Seabird Festival near Vancouver, British Columbia, which included Midnight Oil, Crash Vegas, Hot House Flowers, which I love, and Daniel Lavoie. So there you go. I get the really sad ones, and all chirpy, and off I go in there. And every time I do that, Bill, as soon as we got into single engine, I knew we were in trouble.
We were in trouble. I mean, I think last time we said we should really read the notes before we go into it, but then it wouldn't be a natural reaction and surprise. So, you know, it's unlucky. It's like you booking gigs to see old musicians, and then just before you get there, they die. You know, it's
absolutely.
like that,
those who
it?
don't know, that's a habit of mine. I think, I want to see them before they die, and I've got a plethora of tickets of musicians who've died before I've gone to see them. I am the ticket of death. Dear subscribers, a heartfelt plea. If you are going to pull a week together for us, if you could, at the top of the notes that we read out, if you could have warning, don't go in too chirpy. It would help us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a not smiley face. The opposite of a smiley face. Okay. Anyway, so let's do this. So 50 mission cap, and about Bill and his tragedies, and I can't wait. So and then stick around because we're gonna have a bonus. Bonus.
All right, count me in," said the nun to the gardener.
No, I didn't. Are you ready, sir?
Did the nun not?
No, not that when I was there. No, sorry, no.
Just the gardener to the grease boy.
Okay, there you go. That's much better.
The bell ringer.
Yes. The bells. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you. This is called Flag on Your Knapsack.
That's a really interesting.
I
That is like,
I was thinking, I couldn't think of anything more more Canadian there, right? So you've got ice hockey, and you've got hip. It's a bit England
and a fishing trip.
And a fishing trip. There you go. It's about England singing about the World Cup 1966 goal against Germany. That iconic moment for England.
It's a really interesting choice of song to like how they come up with their. I mean, so far we've had Locked in the Trunk of a Car, and we've got the 50 Mission Gap, and we had the New Orleans is Drowning, whatever it was, and I mean they are not about the normal things you hear about songs about, and I think that's what's maybe so intriguing. But again, we come back to we're going to get very boring to talk about Gord Downie and just how utterly electric he is. He looked very different in this one from like the other one. The clean shaven versus the beardy in his white pajamas. But you could recognise his voice from a million miles away. Just
he was rocking the shit out of that beard. But
he was.
But it's a fine line, right? Because if we couldn't hear the music, and he was acting like that in a shopping centre, he's just mad, right? So, but we can hear the music, and it's just awesome, Yeah. But he's got that edge of, and I'm sure I don't know what he's like off stage, but he's got that bit of psychosis, that bit of an edge. You don't know what he's going to do, and he's all dressed in white like the Messiah, rocking that beard,
Yeah, real true. He had great skills as walking across the top of wedges as well, wedge speakers. I was impressed by that. His balance, that was pretty impressive as well. So, yeah, very good. So,
what do you think about the song?
I love the song. I really did. I think it was just, again, I'm like sort of like tuning into the sort of slightly difference to it, and I like it. I just think. His voice. The band again was so tight, and we've got some notes as to who's in the band, and obviously we've got Gord Downie as lead vocals. Rob Baker is a lead guitar. We got a Paul Langlois guitar and backup vocals. A Gord Sinclair on bass and backup vocals. A Johnny Fay on drums and percussion. I don't know if I've missed anyone, but. Did I say Rob Baker on lead guitar? So, just a great band. Just a great band.
Yes, bravo to the band. Really great band. I know it's such a great band. It's such a great band in some way. You're given the privilege just to concentrate on Gord. They don't try and steal the limelight from him. They know they've got a slightly mental person up there, and that's part of his persona and his act. So they, in some way. A great backing band, or when I say backing band, they're not a backing band to Gord. What I mean, the back line is so tight that they can all sit back and just allow him to do his antics, which is very generous of them at the same point.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. So that was great. So, but we've got a bonus today, and I think it has a tie-in to the very first track we did, apparently. So, shall we go there?
Yeah, let's do that.
Shall I read the notes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Picture them.
Hopefully no one dies or tragedy. Yeah. So we're going to do a track which is because on our first one yesterday, it talked about them being in Australia and about them not really having a chance to sort of shine there. They didn't get much airplay, but the recordings from Australia. But so we're going to do Land, which is Midnight Oil and Tragically Hip. So we love Midnight Oil and we are loving Tragically Hip. So this is going to be interesting. So Land was a one-off charity single credited to Midnight Oil, Daniel Lanois, Hot House Flowers, Crash Vegas and the Tragically Hip. Recorded in 93 and released in Canada in 94 and in Australia in January of 95. It was based on the unreleased at the time Midnight Oil song Red Indian. The song protests the logging industry practice of clear cutting in the forests of British Columbia, particularly, oh god, it's a hard word, in Clayoquot Sound. So, yeah, there you go.
That's really piqued my interest to get back into House Flowers because I was really into them.
Do you know one of our friends plays in Hot House Flowers?
Which one?
Martin. You know Martin? He's like one of Darren's best mates.
Yeah.
And
He's in Hot House.
He's in Hot House Flowers.
Oh.
And he was at Glastonbury 2 years ago, and all that sort of stuff.
I didn't know that.
His motorbike over their house.
Oh, well, okay. I got to pull a few strings to go and see Hot House Flowers. I've seen them before. They're great.
Yeah, they are. They're awesome. So excellent. So are we ready to do this?
Yes.
Does it land with Minute Oil, Tragically Hip, and more? So let's see how this goes.
Okay.
Are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
They buried me up to my knees in the cold December ground. The cold came up to get me, blinded me in my land, in my land. I was landed on this moment and given every chance to form a healing circle, to join the living dance of my land, my land.
Water's not just the purity. Water's not just the peace. It's the melody of panic. Feeds the life of mine throughout our land. Throughout our land. But every action has an opposite reaction. But every lie has an equal and opposite lie. But every day is an accident waiting to happen. For every life there's 10 more waiting in line. Cutting all the tall trees down, and I hope you understand. By the time your children come of age, they're gonna scream out, they're gonna moan, they're gonna cry for their land, for their land.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's kind of the definition of Tragically Hip right there, isn't it? You know, a stage full of incredibly cool and amazing people, and an absolute tragedy of what's happening to our planet right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, but
Hip.
also, I mean, just, you know, the antithesis of Midnight Oil as well. I mean, when, you know, they're just so, you know, that he went on and came, you know, Minister for the Environment. I mean, but what up? Those collaborations rarely work, right? They because you know you got so much distinct flavors, and you're putting them, many of them in a bowl. They kind of get lost. You know, we've seen it before where, like you know, where we've had big stars on them, but that was so beautiful, I suppose.
It was a beautiful song and a great video, and you know, I think you know, I hate to harp on about it. There is a similarity between Australian bands and Canadian. This Tragically Hip, they have that edge, they have that something, and I think putting them together almost makes perfect sense. You know, Midnight Oil and Tragically Hip seems to be, you know, that they're almost cut from the same cloth in some ways. You know. So.
Well, we always talk about the authenticity of Australian music, and I think that goes in, you know, harmony with Canadian musicians as well. A lot more authentic, and you know, not about the money and this and that and the jets or whatever. Actually, just out there, just because they are creating culture rather than you know just being manipulated too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really interesting.
Brilliant.
Okay, well that was day 2. My God.
I'm going to think about using toilet paper next time. You know,
it's a bit late now, isn't it? But yes, okay. Oh well. I have to go back to having my deck made out of plastic. Damn it.
Oh yeah, that's really good long. Yeah, that's good. That's right. I'm going to use asbestos. All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are still with us. Tomorrow is day 3. We know what's coming up. We can read it. I've never heard it before. I'm not going to tell you now. No, that would just ruin it. You're going to have to join us. So if you like and subscribe, you're going to get notification, and we're going to go on to day 3, aren't we?
We are. Let's do it.
All right. See you on the flip side.
See you on the flip side.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you.